A ver si funciona así. Hola, ¿qué tal, Aslan? ¿Estás bien? Hola, hola desde hoy, Ciudad de México. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? ¿Qué bien, segura? ¿Estás bien? Mira, estoy también intentando hacerlo en YouTube al mismo tiempo para que tengamos una versión en YouTube y también aquí en Facebook para más tarde también, porque creo que es importante. Hello, hello, nice to see you, Zaid. Nice to see you. Good to see you, Aslan. Hello, hello. Wow, lots of you coming in now. Hello, Anya. Let me see if I can make this work. So we're going to try and make Anya a presenter as well. Anya, I'm clicking on everything. It's saying leave page, so I don't know how to do this at all. Just a second. It's not letting me do it. I don't understand why not. It's still not letting me do it. Share screen, no. FaceTime. I don't know why it's not letting me add you, Anya. It's bizarre. It won't when I click on your name and when I click on your face and when I click on the comment and 3 dots, there's nothing, unfortunately. Hola, ma'am. ¿Qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Hola. Watching from Kentucky. Wow, Yukari. Nice to see you. Adan. Hola desde Guadalajara. Hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Vaya, qué bien. I'm fine, thank you very much. I wish Facebook would go back to the way it worked before when I could add Anya. Unfortunately, it's not allowing me. And I kind of don't know what to do really about that. But I will do my best with what I have and see. Hopefully one day we'll get this working and Anya will be able to join us to speak as well. Alessandro, ciao, tutto bene? Allora, cominciamo perché adesso ci sono tantissime persone anche qua. Hola, ¿qué tal? Estamos bien en YouTube también. Jolín, qué bien. Bonjour, ça va bien? Estoy muy bien, gracias, André. Singapour. Salut. Singapour. On a des personnes tchèques, Espagne, tchèques, jak se máme? Hello, how am I? I'm Mohammed. I'm very well, thank you. Ramadan Kareem to anybody celebrating Ramadan right now. Hola, Nai, ¿qué tal? ¿Estás bien? Pues nada, a ver, excelente español. Muchas gracias, Carlos. Espero que sí, después de no sé cuánto tiempo en España estudiando como hispanoparlante. Sería muy triste, ¿no? Sí. No como tú, pero bien, está bien. Todo bien, bro. Tout va bien avec le Covid. Ouais, ça va. Enfin, je vais te dire, je l'ai pas, mais je suis pas attrapé. J'espère bien. Where am I from? So I am from the United Kingdom. Let me see. Bien, muchas gracias. A ver, saludos desde México. Ciudad de México, ¿eh? ¿De dónde en México? ¿Recomiendas aprender italiano? Pues sí, está bien aprender italiano, ¿por qué no? Es otro idioma también, ¿no? Y te va a ayudar bastante con el español. Así que, we've got lots of comments and lots of people joining now from Facebook and from YouTube, which is fantastic. Thank you all so much for coming and being with us today. I'll do my best to stay on top of the questions. Basically, this is an opportunity. Oh, pasaha Thai. Put pasanit no Thai. Okay, great. So what I wanted to do is just have this opportunity now with Anya, who unfortunately is not on video with me, but is with me in spirit. I can feel her channeling her energy. And basically, it's to talk through our thoughts and our plans for the Polyglot conference in Mexico. Clearly, there's something happening. Desde fin de mundo, casi tarde acá en Ushuaia. Oh, hola, ¿qué tal? ¿Todo bien? Hello from Tokyo. Hola, ¿qué tal? Tokyo. Wow. Yoshifumi. Nice to see you. Alvaro, from Bolivia. Oi, grazie per la tua capacità linguistica. Grazie, Alessandro. Veramente mi piace tanto. Mi piacciono così tanto le lingue. So, Sociedad de Monterrey. Oh, we've got people from all over the world here. This is wonderful. So, as you imagine, at the moment, there's a lot of things going on with COVID-19, the current pandemic. A lot of things are happening around the world. So, of course, things in preparation for the Polyglot conference in Cholula, Mexico in October are definitely things that we're considering right now. So I mentioned before in other videos, which some of you may have seen, some of you may not have seen, so I would prefer to repeat information rather than refer to other things without repeating it, because I think it's always better to do that. Emilia, jak się mamy? Dziękuję bardzo. Gdzie w Polsce? So basically, what we're doing at the moment is we're waiting until June to make any firm decisions on what we're doing. The reason we're waiting to June is because really a lot of the situation that we're seeing around the world is that we don't know anything really all the way through May. So it makes no sense to make a call on what we do about the conference for sure until at least June. That means we're not going to be selling tickets until at least June, and we're not going to be replying to or making decisions on talks until June. The good news that means is that you have until June to still apply to talk. We haven't updated the deadline on the website, but that doesn't matter. It's still open, and as long as it's open, you can apply to talk. That means if you've got something interesting to say or to present, please do apply, and we will get in touch with you when we get to June and we've made some decisions so that we can give you information. I think it makes no sense for us to give information right now when we don't know what's happening. So that's what's happening. Привет, как дела? Хорошо? Hello from Austria. Hello, Emilia. Wie geht's dir? Escuchar el italiano te gusta, entonces sí, a ver, si tienes que leer y escuchar mucho. Eso es la cosa más importante con los idiomas. Escuchar, aprender a hablar, practicar, todo eso. Eso es lo que tenemos que hacer con los idiomas. Y por eso tenemos nuestra actividad en línea y también en vivo en la conferencia políglota, Polyglot Conference. Y vamos a ir a México, chicos. Así que estamos súper contentos, súper animados para ir a México. Es un país fenomenal, maravillosa, muy, 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 muy amable. Así que me gustan mucho los mexicanos. So, fantastic. We will say król. Król in Polish, that means king. I don't know who said that, but that means king. So, yes, hopefully it can all be done. Please do definitely, as Anya is saying, the proposals, we can't wait to read them and to get to the point where it makes sense to start replying and being in contact. Hello from Malaysia. Wow, we're all over the world today, Daniel. Fantastic. Good to have you with us. Syökö Suomi on puhun suomea. Opin suomea Helsingissä, mutta nyt Makedoniassa ei puhu suomea. It's been a long time, but I like it very, very much. So yes, it's important. Okay. Viva México de verdad, Nay. Tienes toda la razón, la verdad es que México es un país fenomenal. Y espero con mucha ilusión ir a México para celebrar idiomas y la diversidad de culturas y varios idiomas en México. Así que más que 30 idiomas, creo, ¿no? En México. Así que bastante. Y eso para mí, sí, me anima bastante para ir a México para celebrar con ustedes, como se dice en México, no como vosotros, ¿no? Así que estoy aprendiendo un poco el mexicano. He aprendido algunas palabras, pero bueno, me quedo un poco así como el español más europeo. Pues bueno, a ver, so the topics that we're going to be able to look at during the conference, this year we're celebrating Mexico, we're celebrating the languages and cultures of Mexico in particular, but we're looking also at other minority languages, endangered languages, languages that are important to our cultural diversity on a world level. So we welcome talks on all of those things, but also we leave space for all sorts of topics. So who knows, there may be different things that you want to talk about that I haven't covered yet, and we will open to hearing about all of them too. Shalom, Zahavit. Mashlomcha? Okej, i handhuvud. Kiitos, Minna. Kiitos, hyvä. Más de 60, la verdad. Anya me dijo ahora, escribió que más que 60 idiomas en México. Yo me equivoqué así con 30, así que más que 60. There are over 60 languages in Mexico. What a fantastic sort of amount of languages to be able to celebrate. And of course, in Cholula, we've got Nahuatl, which is a language that Anya and Nai at their school in Zoloa Languages School, they are teaching that language too. And we're planning on doing a course in Nahuatl as well as Spanish, for those of you who either already speak Spanish and want to speak better, or those who want to learn Spanish from zero. Quais políglotas conhecidos estarão no México na conferência? Então, eu acho que muita gente, mas não sei seguramente porque depende muito das pessoas que vão escrever temas para discutir na conferência mesma. Então, vamos ver. Agora mesmo não sei com 100%, mas sim que acho que muitas pessoas. Привет, сколько часов в день нужно типа изучение иностранского языка. Для меня это зависит, что я хочу делать, но я изучаю каждый день. Я думаю, что не только изучаю, но тоже и говорить каждый день, может быть, для работы, для жизни здесь, в Македонии, например. Для меня это каждый день и каждый час. Я не могу сказать, 5-10, я не знаю. Это для меня это только моя жизнь здесь, и это нормально. Я не думаю. Falo português também, sim. Eu aprendi português na Universidade de Hull, na Inglaterra, então sim que falo. Pozdrav iz Bosne. Dobro, hvala ti, Damir, kako si? Super. Baš mi je drago što si ovde. S nama to je stvarno fajn. To je ovde, ja sam u Skuplju sad, znači za mene to je naš jezik i milo mi je da govorim i da pričam i na naško. Znači, I'm going to go back to Facebook and just check where we're up to. Greetings from Peru. Hola, Joel. Nice to have you here. It could be, how cool is Mexican Spanish? I think Nai has a really good idea. So Mexican Spanish, I would love to hear things about Mexican Spanish in particular, the kinds of colloquial words that people use, the kind of things that are different between Mexican Spanish and other types of Spanish would be super, super interesting to see. Anya tiene razón, tiene videocurso para aprender náhuatl, así que si quieres aprender náhuatl o si quieren ustedes aprender náhuatl, así que en México, es que hay un curso en línea de Zoloa, así que zoloalanguages.com creo, ¿no? Y podéis ver los cursos, pueden ustedes ver los cursos de Zoloa en línea. Estoy intentando no decir vosotros, porque sé que en Latinoamérica no se dice tanto. En España sí que es normal. Para mí es muy normal decir vosotros. Y intento siempre, Naiva va a estar riendo de mí, porque siempre tenía ese problema en México. Decía siempre vosotros. Y me dijo, no, es ustedes, aquí, ustedes, ustedes son. Bonjour Montréal, bonjour, ça va bien là à Montréal? Moi j'adore le québécois. Je parle un peu, mais je parle pas très bien. Je parle mieux le français européen. Hola, salut, ça va bien? Si gaman að sjá þig hérna. Hvað er að gera núna í Ísland? Snöð þá. I speak, I don't know which languages I'm speaking over and over. I just sort of speak. So I could have been speaking Russian. I know I speak in both, sort of nash jezik. I speak a number of these different languages when I go through these online live situations, and it's a lot of fun. So what I was saying, so about the conference itself, we will make a decision about tickets until June. We will not close down the option to submit a presentation until June either. We will wait and see in June and then make a decision. The options are, and I think many of you can probably guess what the options are. The options are the conference goes ahead in October. The second option is the conference is postponed by a few months. The other option is that the conference is postponed by a year, and we try and do it the same time next year, like many other conferences have decided to do. Our friends at the Polyglot Gathering have taken that third option already because their event was due to take place in May of this year, and so have an online version in May this year, and then we will have the in-person version at the end, so next year, the following sort of time of year next year. And that option for us too. We may also look at online versions as well. We may look at reducing the amount of people that attend if we have it this year or within a few months of the original date. And that would simply be because there is going to be an effect from what's happening right now in the world. There will be a reduced number of people who will be able to come for many different reasons. We understand that it's a difficult time for a lot of people. So people coming, people organizing, capacity will change. But what we will do is make sure that we have something happening for everyone to enjoy. So whether that's when we're supposed to have it and we have an online type event or a reduced version event with an online component, or whether we do everything next year, but we will let you know in June what we decide and where it looks like we are with this. Cześć, Joanna. Pozdrawiam z Polski. Dziękuję bardzo, bardzo mi miło. Gdzie w Polsce? Efectivamente, nosotros no usamos vosotros, no, es verdad. Es que para mí es muy, muy raro decir ustedes porque me suena para mí muy formal en español, pero bueno, sé que es normal y estoy acostumbrándome un poco a hablar como los mexicanos, ¿no? Así que, a ver, antes de octubre espero aprender bien, manipular mejor mi ustedes en español, que me salga un poco más natural que ahora, por ejemplo, porque ahora mismo suena fatal para mí decir ustedes. De tú también es que suena muy raro decir tú y luego ustedes. Eso es mi problema, porque si fuera, no sé, con usted más en México, por ejemplo, que suelo decir tú a una persona y luego ustedes, que para mí en España sería súper raro decir tú y luego ustedes a todo el mundo. Así que si dijera usted a una persona y luego en una sala con muchas personas decir ustedes, pues sí que saldría más natural, ¿no? Bonjour Montréal, attends, aula, pnawnta i ja pnawnta, sut mae pethau'n mynd yn Nghymru? Wyt ti'n Nghymru rwan? Kim, beth ti'n neud? Mae'n iawn gweld Cymraeg yma. Dwi ddim yn siarad Cymraeg, a lot in Macedonia, sgen I ddim efo pwy siarad Cymraeg yma, a dweud y gwir. Hast du die Möglichkeit, Nachrichten, Polyglotten zu interviewen und die Videos auf dem YouTube-Kanal hochzuladen? Ja, das haben wir schon und das werden wir auch ganz wahrscheinlich machen. Ich vermute schon, dass wir so eine Möglichkeit haben werden. Ich meine, dass wir eigentlich Präsentationen vorbereiten können und dann, dass die eigentlich auf Facebook und YouTube auch uploadieren können. Das nehme ich schon als eine ganz wahrscheinliche Möglichkeit für uns. Mal gucken. Und hier auf Isländisch. Okay. Sjálfgöngu í dag í sólni með fjölskyldu, já, það gaman. Hvað veturinn í Ísland núna? Hvað að gera? Kalt í Íslandi. Una semana más en Cholula con nosotros y lo quitamos el vosotros. Sí, una semana más y ya no voy a decir vosotros. Es verdad, hay que estar más tiempo en México, así que voy a hablar más como los mexicanos. No manches, güey. Sí, seguro. Pues tengo la palabra popote que uso ya, es una palabra mexicana para decir en España se pajita, que suena fatal en México, pero bueno, o cañita se puede decir también, que suena un poco mejor, ¿no? Ähm, okay, die Möglichkeiten, ja, das haben wir schon gemacht und dann mal gucken hier auf YouTube, ja, okay. Dwi'n siarad Cymraeg fel ail iaith, o, da iawn. Chwarae teg, wa, dwi'n wedi ddysgu Cymraeg, a deud y gwir, yn Hair ac yn Wyddgrug. Uh, wyt ti'n byw yn Nghymru? Wyt ti'n byw yn Nghymru rwan? Um, en España se dice tú, ustedes para una persona y vosotros, vosotras y ustedes para una persona se dice otra según formalismo. Sí, así es, ¿no? Ángel, así es verdad. Salut Richard, je voulais savoir quelques astuces je donnerais apprendre une nouvelle langue. En fait, je fais ça plus sur YouTube Speaking Fluently, si tu veux regarder ça. Je vais faire encore une fois ce jeudi. Jeudi, à peu près à 5 heures, je crois que je faisais. Non, à 7 heures. À 7 heures, l'heure européenne. Donc, si tu veux, tu peux venir, tu me poses les questions sur l'apprentissage des langues étrangères. Et je vais essayer de faire de mon mieux, expliquer ce que je fais moi. D'accord? Si ça te convient. Mais j'aimerais bien, je suis ravi de te voir ici, hein. C'est cool. Ici, c'est plutôt en fait pour la conférence Polyglot. Donc, a ver, tienes que decir, oui, de vez en cuando. Sí, hay que decir güey de vez en cuando. Joshua, ¿qué tal estás? No manches, güey. Así que, que suena fatal cuando lo digo así, porque suena más como de una película, ¿no? No como hablan los mexicanos de verdad. So, the other day, I was doing one of these live chats about language learning on my Speaking Fluently page, and somebody said, "Oh, can you say everything in English and just speak English?" Which is really super interesting because at the Polyglot conference, I get asked very often if I can speak more languages, and it's difficult when I'm in this kind of situation where you're writing to me in different languages. I will speak different languages and I will reply in different languages. Oh, yn Lloegr, sy'n bod yn Lloegr, okay. Yn lle, yn Llundain, yn Ceinion, Hofrau Cymru ac, ia, fy hoff, iaith, dwi hefyd, dwi'n dod o Gymru'n wreiddiol, yn teulu yn dod yn Gymru'n wreiddiol, dydd gwir, o Gaernarfon. But yeah, when I'm talking like this online, it's easier when you're writing to me and asking me questions in different languages to go from language to language. And just so you know, if you don't understand the language I'm speaking right now or in 5 minutes, I will switch back to English because it's first of all, my first language is English. And of course, when I'm on stage at the Polyglot conference, it's very natural for me to speak English. And also because I know that many people either A, want to hear English, or B, most of the people in the room understand English. The second language that I find people understand at the conference, particularly, is Spanish. It's the second most understood language of the people whenever I've done a poll or checked. And then after that, I would say probably French and German, and maybe Italian. Russian seems to be quite high on people's list of languages that they understand too. But for me, in Mexico, for example, my idea would be to speak mainly English and Spanish on stage, I guess. And Anya, of course, speaks amazing Spanish, and she can mix some of her nice German and Nahuatl and many of her other languages that she speaks really fluently, like French as well, into that, so that we'll keep it very nice and multilingual. It's lovely to speak lots of languages, of course. Thatyn mae'r gothefr I dag á Ísland. Oh, það gaman að heyra. Það kallt ekki fyrir Íslendinga. Ja, fyrir Íslendinga er það alltaf kallt. Ja, I hotpottinni. Det är varmt för mig. Okej. Вам помогает на славянские языки. Окей. Что вам помогает научиться? Ага, окей. Для меня, я думаю, что, потому что я дома, я говорю по-македонски, это с женой я говорю только по-македонски, и русский, также это тоже дальше славянский язык, и поэтому это мне очень трудно говорить по-русски. Я думаю, что не забыть язык, это лучше, если у тебя родной или дальше язык дома, что ты используешь каждый день, как для меня македонский. И поэтому я думаю, что без проблем я могу говорить и тоже по-русски. И с ошибками, но без проблем. Я понимаю хорошо. Sur le chat, je vais essayer de voir ce que j'ai raté ici sur YouTube. I speak German, native speakers speak so fast. Yeah, there are lots of questions about speaking different languages. Of course, it's probably going to be easier for me to deal with language learning questions on Thursday at 7 on my Speaking Fluently channel, because then I have more time to just talk about language learning and I can talk in more detail. Of course, I love speaking about that. Right now, I should maybe answer more questions about the conference, I guess, if you had any. Okay, mal gucken. Okay, German. I saw that question. I want to study. Yes, absolutely. Please do come back on Thursday with questions about studying languages. I'm very happy to answer. Çünkü Makedonya'da oturuyorsun. Çok Türk burada var. Evet. Ve Türkçe'de konuşuyorum çünkü burada 3. dildir. Ve bu yüzden ve Makedonca'da çünkü 6.000 kelime var ve Türkçeden ve bu yüzden Türkçe onlara, Makedonyalar için daha kolay. Ve ben artık 2 yıldır Türkçe öğrendim ve bu yüzden burada Türklere Türkçe konuşabilirim. Hiçbir problem yok ama çok değil. Çok iyi değil şimdi çünkü çok basit şeyler konuşuyorum ve bu yüzden şimdi artık çok daha zor olanları unuttum. Ben artık B1 sınıfa yaptım ve bu yüzden şimdi Türkçe çok iyi anlıyorum ve televizyon seyrediyorum ve bu yüzden iyice. Contra el anterior, ¿recuerdas tienes de tu etapa en el cole? Vale. A ver. Будет ли конференция? Хорошо. Будет, я думаю, что будет, но я не знаю сейчас 100%, потому что это будет с вирусом. Мы не знаем, как это будет в будущем. В июне будем разговаривать чуть-чуть об этом, что как опции у нас есть, как, например, это будет онлайн-конференция, будет в январе, будет там в следующем году, если это будет, например, в этом году, но чуть-чуть меньше конференция, это тоже возможность в этом году, но мы посмотрим, все отверты сейчас для презентации, но не будем с продажами билетов, это не будет до июня. Это 100% знаю, что это не будет, но в июне, в принципе, мы поговорим еще раз и поведем, что это будет и с ситуацией сейчас с вирусом. Какие ваши, близкие? Okay, so I'm going to go back to English for a little bit because I'm conscious that I'm speaking in lots of different languages and possibly many people are getting very, very confused as to what I'm saying. So I'm just repeating again. I just repeated in Russian now that we don't know where we are with the conference right now. So in June, we will definitely have a look and see where we're at with the virus on a world scale and see what we can do to maybe plan the conference moving forward, whether we're going to have it in Mexico at maybe a reduced number of people attending in October, or move it maybe to January as another option, the end of January as another option, again with a reduced number of people, or whether we just have it next year like the Polyglot Gathering is doing with an online type event maybe as well, and see how we manage that. I think a lot's going to depend on the next couple of months. So May will be an interesting month to see what happens as countries in Europe now started opening shops, opening some businesses, and to see what that really means and whether or not there'll be a second spike in the cases of COVID-19 in Europe. It will depend on then what the additional effects are to travel, especially plane travel around the world, because of course, if we can't get there, we can't get there. There's not really much we can do about that. So there's an awful lot to look out for, and we will make decisions as we have more information. Okay, so only plans to learn, okay, Scots language. Learn Scots language. Now that would be cool, wouldn't it? Hey, I'd love to speak Scots. I didn't ken much Scots right now. I can do like a bit of a Scottish accent. That's about as far as it goes. And then a few words Scots. But asn't really Scots. It doesn't feel really authentic, you know, when I speak like that. And I'm speaking, but I like it. I like the language. And I'd like to learn. We did a celebration actually in Edinburgh about Scots. And we had somebody talking about broadcasting in Scots. That's really interesting. And it's actually on the Speaking Fluently, on the Polyglot Conference YouTube channel right now. We've got a playlist for Edinburgh, the Edinburgh event. So have a look, see what you think, and give us your feedback. Let me see. So, ni hao, ni ma hao, ni ma hao. I can't speak Cantonese, but I can see some of the Chinese characters here. Oh, wow, you've got some fantastic languages here. This is great. Please do submit your proposals for the Polyglot Conference. The proposals are going to remain open, definitely until June. They may open much beyond that too. And we will take a decision in June what we're going to do. And we will see whether or not we have the conference in October, we move it to January, or whether we move it beyond that as well. That's basically the situation we're in right now. With the Langfest team, we'll be talking as well about what we do to incorporate Langfest activities in this year's conference. And we will make a decision together as two teams working on this event in Mexico. And we will let you know what the outcome is. And of course, we will be looking forward to the Polyglot Gathering event, which is taking place at the end of this month. And if you don't know the Polyglot Gathering, it's another lovely event that this year was meant to take place in Poland, but unfortunately with the COVID-19 pandemic, they've had to change the dates to take place next year instead. And of course, we hope that you will make it to that too. They're going to have an online event this year instead. So please do make it to their event. They're a lovely group of people. They're going to have some nice presentations, and I myself will present, and so will Anya. So we'll both be presenting at the Gatherings event online, and we hope that will be an interesting thing. I'm going to talk about how because I see often online people asking the question. So, how do you say you speak a language? Do you speak a language if you can just communicate, or what does it mean to speak a language? These polyglots online, they always say they speak how many languages, but do they really speak them? So I think it's an interesting topic, and one that a lot of people ask about. So I can go into details about what I think on that topic. And Anya, what are you talking about at the Polyglot Gathering? I know you've got a topic as well. So Anya will be presenting too, and of course we'll show support for our friends at the Polyglot Gathering. But yes, if you have any questions as well, we're going to do this again in the next 2 weeks. So every 2 weeks we will do one of these online updates. We will share with you our thoughts, our ideas, our plans for the conference, and we will do our best to keep uploading videos from the previous conference, and also from the language event. So the language event is another project that I've been working on with different people around the world, and it's a smaller version of the Polyglot Conference in that we celebrate the languages of a region, and we take it to potentially places where the conference might not get to go, or places that have got a particular interest in celebrating on a smaller scale, so up to 100 people usually, and we record those, and they are also on the Polyglot Conference channel on a regular basis, so that it, Zanit's going to say, okay, so Anya is going to be sending some messages to people who are asking for questions here about on the chat as well. Thank you, Anya, for doing that. It's very kind of you. Loading so much. Can I ask a question? Of course, ask a question, Peggy. Ask your question. How would you go about learning Spanish verb conjugations? Peggy, that's a great question. I normally answer the questions about language learning on my Speaking Fluently channel when we talk about language learning, but I'll make an exception because I remember seeing you wanted to ask the question last time and I didn't get to you when we. So the verb conjugations, what I find it useful to do is to basically learn them rote. So hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, habláis. That's how I learned it one by one, right? So that I got used to this form of how to go through each one. And then what I do is then I would say, for example, a sentence that I want to say, like hablo español. Yo hablo español. Mi amiga Anya habla español. Nosotros, yo y Anya, nosotros hablamos español. ¿Hablas español? Y luego, Peggy, Jacob, ¿habláis español? O ustedes, si soy mexicano, if I'm Mexican, and they say, ¿ustedes hablan español? So I would play with the verbs like that, making lots of sentences and playing with it and trying to get as many conjugations into my conversation, whether to either a teacher or in conversation with other people. I try and get them in as much as possible so that I keep practicing them. If you don't practice them, unfortunately, it just becomes very theoretical and almost like Latin, where you just remember hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, habláis, hablan. And that's not what the language is about. The language is alive and it needs to be used. What I would say, though, is never worry if you get them wrong from time to time. Always listen to, if somebody will often, a native speaker often very automatically will repeat back the correct version. So if you say yo habla instead of yo hablo, they will often repeat back, tú hablas, y yo hablo, and then they will actually repeat back the correct version. And so it's really important as a learner to listen to what the speakers are saying and to be active. And if they say something, repeat it back to them as well. So if you're speaking to a Spanish speaker or somebody you're learning with, and they say, hablo alemán, you should repeat back, tú hablas alemán, pues yo no hablo alemán, or yo hablo alemán, lo que sea, whatever you want to say. But that's the best way to kind of go about practicing the conjugations in a real way that means something to you. And that's how I did it, really. Getting a tutor, yeah, if you get a tutor, that will help. You're very welcome, Peggy. I'm happy to help. That's how I find it really useful. So when I go through books or anything in a book, I basically look at the verbs that are there and I try and make the story and tell it on as though somebody else is taking part in the story. And that's how you kind of go through it. So I think we've got to just over half an hour. And I think that in terms of the Polyglot Conference questions, I think we are there. We've answered the questions. If there are any other questions, please do ask me now. Otherwise, I will speak to you again from the Speaking Fluently channel on languages and language learning, and answer questions like that as well there on Thursday at 7 p.m. Otherwise, I will be back here on the Polyglot Conference channel with Anya answering questions, and hopefully fix this issue where Anya can actually speak and be seen. That would be lovely. Next time, because she has a lot of really cool things to say, and is a great person. She's definitely a lot prettier than I am as well. So nicer to look at for you than me. So hopefully we will get Anya around to talk, and we will do that in 2 weeks' time on here, which I think is going to be the 3rd of May, or May 3rd if you're in the US. Tetsu is watching, I heard. And hello, Tetsu. I didn't see that, but I see it now. My phone's been ringing by the side of me, and I've been trying not to get distracted by my phone ringing on silent, just buzzing the whole time. So hello to everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you taking the time to come. And I will gladly speak about language learning on Thursday on the Speaking Fluently channels. And I'm looking forward to that very much. And yes, to have a conference in Hong Kong or Macau in the future would be wonderful. So yeah, why not? Whether it's a Polyglot conference, whether it's a language event, we can have the language event as well that could come to different parts of the world. If you have places and concrete ideas of where that could be, we would definitely love to hear from you. We'll definitely stay away from Corona. Thank you, Andre. I wish you all much health, much love, and a lovely continuation of your day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Thank you very much for joining me and for joining Anya as well. And we're looking forward to talking to you again in 2 weeks' time. All the very best. See you soon. Bye-bye.